Tracey, expectations versus reality working at Young Nails. Let's just get this one out of the way. I think it's a fun one. People want to know. Because people's expectation is like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's the best place. Habib is amazing. He's so cool. He's handsome. All those things. And I would argue that the reality is right there. That's my take. Jorge agrees. Look, he's shaking his head. I saw that. Yeah.
He started that as soon as you said that. He wasn't. So I think that you would have to, there's heaven, and then there's hell.
Yeah.
And there's purgatory.
Yeah.
So I hear. I'm not saying that I believe that.
Right.
I would say somewhere in purgatory.
Purgatory. Okay. That's interesting.
I'm going to stay neutral.
Yeah, staying neutral. Well, I'll speak for you. Tracey, the reality beats the expectation, which is awesome sauce all the way to the 10th degree. Thank you for sharing that, Tracey. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you were able to express my words.
Okay.
And feelings.
Always, Tracey. I'm your boss. This is what I do. Okay. Nail school. There are expectations that people have. And then there is the reality, which I think could be shocking for people that are like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to nail school. And then they go and it's like that car, hit the brakes and you're like, what is going on? I think this is good for people that are considering, nail enthusiasts out there considering to go to nail school. We're going to break it down for you. This is the real deal. Now, we're talking about most, okay?
There's exceptions to the rule.
There's always exceptions to the rule.
And we love you guys.
And you are amazing. Those exceptions that are doing the do is great, but we're talking for the most part here. First of all, people's expectations of nail school. Let's do that first. They're on a pink cloud and they're excited. What are people expecting? What did you expect?
I think we expect much like medical school. You learn how to be medical.
Yes.
I want to be a doctor. Go to medical school. You become a doctor, or you learn how to become.
Like when you graduate, you're a doctor.
Yeah, you're a doctor, and you now can
work on people. You can doctor it up.
I expected that I was going to go to nail school and be able to do nails.
But
joke's on me.
that what's insane is the fact that you're saying this right now. It's called nail school.
Yep.
So you would
think in the title.
It's in the title. You would think that you would learn how to do nails. And then you go to nail school, and what did you discover? What was your experience?
I learned how to do pedicures.
Really?
Yeah,
was that?
Kind of. That was their goal. Teach you manicures and pedicures so they can get you on the floor and get money.
Right. So you can just do those services.
They don't care that you do full sets or anything like that. They just want you doing the manicures and pedicures. That's where they make their money. So
manicures, pedicures, those basic services, and then of course you have to learn sanitation, disinfection.
Correct.
Right.
And you learn that. Now, when I say manicures and pedicures, you don't learn how to do a good one. You just learn basics. But the expectation is I'm going to be doing full sets. I'm going to be learning how to do it. People are going to come enhancements. I'm going to learn how to do fills. They don't have to teach you fills. They did not teach me fills. They don't have to teach you how to use an electric file because they don't have to. They didn't have to teach me gels, so they did not. All these things I did not learn. I did one full. Did I do a full set? I know I've said this before. The further I get past it, the more I try to block it out. I don't know. I didn't do a full set. I think I did a fill. One of them, full set or a fill. One. Now, some of you are going to say, I thought you said you did a full set and it took you. That was after I got home. I'm talking about when I'm actually in school, at the school. Right. Your expectation is you're going to be doing services, nail services. You are not.
Yeah. My expectation would be I'm going to go. Of course, I'm going to learn sanitation, disinfection.
Huge, very important.
Right, of course. But my expectation would be like I'm going to learn how to do acrylics, gels, tips, everything that you are going to offer in a service that right when I graduate, I can start looking for clients because I am ready to do nails, especially the number of hours. What is it in California?
400.
400, and it varies from state to state. It's a lot of hours.
Yeah. Now, my expectation wasn't that I was going to become out an expert.
Sure, right.
But I thought I would know the basics.
Fundamentals.
They didn't teach us a fill, Habib.
That's crazy.
That's
and
maintenance.
400 hours Not a fill.
Not a fill. So, what the heck? What the heck? I mean, just so much. It's you're just buying your time. That's the way I look at it. Because they could teach you sanitation and nail disease. They could do that in a week, like really, for what they expect you to know when you go to state board. And I'm not speaking for all. Every state is different.
Right.
Every state's different. And but it was just insane, the realization. Now, fortunately, I only spent, I think it was $650 on my nail school with my equipment. I was able to find a college program. And so but I know people are spending thousands of dollars.
We've seen people talk $5,000, $8,000, $10,000. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, this is why out of a class of 11, only 2 of us went on to do nails. Some of them didn't even go get their license. They didn't even bother to take state boards because they were not confident at all in what they learned.
Yeah. Here's one question I have is like, is this the state's fault? Because the state's requirement for getting a license to do nails is the sanitation disinfection, right, portion. It's really focused on that. So the schools are obviously, you have to pass. So they're going to gear it towards what is necessary to pass, right? I mean, should the state go, you should be able to do a set of acrylic, a set of gel? I mean, should that be in the curriculum?
Well, if you want my personal opinion, state should stay out of it.
Yes, I agree with you.
I think we should have programs that actually, like the OWC, that's able to give you some certification and you are now able to do nails. State wants money. Personal opinion. I ain't trying to get involved in politics or anything like that.
Of course.
Personal opinion. I don't see the benefit of them, but them getting money.
Right.
Again, sanitation and all that, very important.
Very important.
Very important. But what the schools are actually teaching, or my experience, this was just a money thing.
It's a money grab.
It's a money grab. And I don't think they expect it now, but we used to have to take live models. And the number one thing I would always tell someone when they were doing it, you want to pass state board, they could care less what your nails look like. Ugliest nails I've ever done in my life. Crooked, horrible. Just don't cut the person. And when in doubt, go wash your hands. They won't need it for you. As long as you washed your hands, didn't cut the person, and knew how to sanitize, you're passing.
You're good. It's interesting because all over the world, there's no other country that requires licensing to do nails. We're the only country in the world. So that's an argument for, well, should the state be involved? Well, let's look at the evidence and data. Nails is pretty successful all over the world. There hasn't been any major situations of like infections and all, because, sanitation disinfection is still taught. You still learn that in the process. The data's out. The rest of the world doesn't have the government involved in, licensing for nails. Majority of the world outside of us, I don't think there's any other country. I think we're the only one, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, and they could really take it down to an online thing that you have to do every 5 years of making sure you know how to, the process of sanitation. And if you are the type of business that's just like, well, if I didn't have to take a license, I wouldn't sanitize, then you won't be in business anyway. So again, my personal opinion when it comes to it, but that's what my school taught me. They taught me kind of, I guess, that basically they taught me how to sanitize and disinfect, something I had to know to go to state board.
Right.
They didn't really teach me acrylics, no gels at all, no fills at all, no business.
Right.
At all.
Marketing,
inventory charging,
management.
inventory management, nothing. Right. Nothing. None of it.
I think in like when it comes to nail schools, that if the state, I mean, if you're going to be in it, you're going to charge money, right, for licensing. Dude, at least put some. I know schools are going to hate me. They're going to be like, "We hate your guys." I'm just saying, like, have some requirement for at least something for enhancements.
Yeah.
Like one. I mean, even if it's the most basic, an overlay. You know what I mean, or something. I just.
You have to do a certain amount of acrylics. You have to do, but they just teach you on that finger, and all it is a number. Just checking off your numbers.
Right.
Have you gotten to 0 yet? you're good to you take your state board. The school signs off of it, and you're good to go.
So so for someone right now that is watching this and they're like, oh my God, how the hell am I going to do this then? If I go to school and all I'm learning is how to pass the test, how am I supposed to actually learn to do nails? What should they do? What can they do so that when they do get their license, they're somewhat like prepared?
If you're even thinking about it, you need to start looking at videos, learning online. It's huge. I didn't have that benefit back in my day. We didn't. We just didn't. And I think we've talked about this many times. I had VHS tapes that were $50 a piece.
Dude, so crazy.
And you can't take that into the salon. Let me pull out my TV. They were big. Put it out, and it's just not the same. Now you have your phone. You can be watching YouTube. You can be doing it at the same time. It's amazing. So don't wait until you're out of school. Start before. Learn all you can. Practice all you can. Do all that. Get to school. And again, there's some amazing schools that go above and beyond, and we absolutely love the schools that are showing their people how to do electric filing. They're teaching them gels. They're teaching them. They're bringing people in to have demos, things that do for hair that they just a lot of times don't do for nails.
Right.
That's amazing, and I wish there was more schools like that. But just don't be disappointed. This is why I always say, look for the cheapest school you can find. That is state board regulated, and go for that.
Yeah, I think there's just so many videos. I mean, YouTube is the best educational resource that you can have. Now, I'm a little biased. Okay, I think our YouTube channel is the best.
I think this other company's YouTube is. What if you
started just like outing people?
No, you're just like, I think theirs is better than ours.
Don't watch ours.
Go to this www.
Yeah, ours suck. If like literally we have, was it over 2,000 videos?
I think it is.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, Tracey and I did in acrylic experts, not in a road to acrylic expertise or something.
Like OWC. We kind of following the OWC map.
Yes, on acrylic, and we're doing one that's gel that should be coming out soon. But that's a great place to start. And then within that, I'm telling you, preparation. You can go real times. You can look at all the business marketing content that we have. You could spend months while you're in school consuming our videos and getting such a great foundation, Trace, for nails.
I totally agree. It does put people at an advantage. And again, we're not trying to rack on schools. We're just trying to prepare people to realize, just don't be disappointed. But there's help out there.
Yes,
there is a lot of help. And we keep talking about the OWC, but a lot of people don't know what that is. That's our 1 week course that we throw here.
Correct.
But that's not state board. That's real, like getting into it. This is how you do salon. We talk a lot of business. We talk a lot of things like that. So you have those kind of options. And, if you are budgeting those kind of things in, while you're like trying, okay, this is the budget I'm putting towards my education to become an nail tech, that would be a good idea.
Dude, if save money on the school, invest it in an OWC. Come out to our facility, you spend a week with the team, 8 hours a day. You are learning actually how to do nails. If you're interested in gel, we have a gel one, an acrylic one. I'm just saying it's $1,500 and you get the most insane education, period. Marketing, business, timing,
you're going to gain 10 pounds because we do
feed
a lot of food here.
Yes, we feed you.
But what I also want to point out with that, and it's not a slam to me, and it's not a slam to Greg, because, we know nails.
Of course.
But we're not in salon anymore. And our 3 main educators are salon success, in salon, real experience, what they're charging. They're doing what they're educating.
Exactly.
And I think that's important.
It's huge. So you can contact us for any information if you're interested in that. But all in all, any comments you've got on this topic about nail schools, if you can share your own experience, put it in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time on Biz Talk.
Subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel now. Sub and subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel.